proud of that fact. But Carlton Fisk, when he caught me and he came over from Boston, just could not believe it. And we had a problem with how slow he was and how fast I like to work. And then we found a very comfortable zone in 1983 where we both got along.
Give him the
It was
stats.
just
You
a
got
wonderful year.
How did you do it? They can look it up on the computer, but it's better coming from you, man.
How did I do?
Come on, tell them how you did. I know how you did.
I threw 270-something innings. I walked 31 guys. I had a chance to break an all-time Major League record of the fewest walks allowed in over 200 innings, and it was set by Cy Young himself. I had 27 walks. My number was 31. So I wanted to end up with 31 walks, which I did. And the writers walked up to me after my last game and said, why did you walk those last 4 guys in your last 3 games? You hadn't walked that many guys in a month. I said, what's my number? I said, 31. How many walks do I have? 31. Well, did you realize you had a chance to break an all-time Major League record? All you had to do was keep it to 27 walks. And I said, what record? And they told me, and I went like, you got to be kidding. Because anytime you can be a part of a Major League record, all-time record, it's something you want to be, because it's going to be on highlight reel forever. I had the opportunity to pitch against Pete Rose when he was trying to break the all-time hit record.
Really?
I asked Terry Kennedy when I was with the Padres to ask him, does he want to know what's coming or not? I don't care. I'm going to give up the hit. When you, like I say, when you can be a part of an all-time replay, go for it. I mean, I got ahead really fast in the game, so I didn't have nothing to lose. But first pitch, I throw a Pete, one hops at the shortstop. Second time he comes up, one hops at the second base. Third time he comes up, he hits the second pitch, so he's come up 3 times. He's seen 4 pitches. He hits a short fly ball to left center field. We catch that. So I finally figure out how to get him up in the 9th inning as one of the last at-bats, because I'm trying to give him the hit. And it's just, I don't know. He didn't want to do it.
Or he didn't do it.
Or he didn't do it, because I was throwing it right down the middle. But like I said, he took about 2 pitches the next time up, hit another ground ball to shortstop, threw him out at first, 0-4. Next night up, got him Eric Shaw.
Oh, that's right, man. You're right. I just
Eric
clicked.
Shaw pitched the next night. I come walking out. He was throwing the first pitch. First pitch he threw was a fastball right down the middle. Pete hit a one-hopper to left field to Carmelo Martinez to break the all-time hit record. And I'm sitting there going, no wonder he got a hit. He only saw, 6 or 7 of those last night, right down the middle, so seems like he should have been able to get a hit last night with 4,700 and however many hits he got.
When you came home after this amazing season with the White Sox, you come home to South Carolina. The phone had a ring. The phone rang, you got told the vote took place. Any memories of getting told you're the best damn pitcher in baseball?
Well, at the time it was the best pitcher in the American League, which I wasn't quite satisfied with that. But fortunately, at the end of the year, Sporting News names a most valuable player for each position on the field from both leagues, and I got the starting pitcher. And to me, it's a little award that's about that big long, but it's acrylic. It has a Sporting News emblem in the middle of it.
Right.
But to me, that's the award that I'm probably the most proud of, because
the best.
And then in 1985, when I had the opportunity to start the National League All-Star game for the Padres, and I never gotten an opportunity to be in an All-Star game in the American League, and the umpire behind the plate missed the first pitch, and I got a little upset and forgot about where I was and got back down to serious business. And somehow or another ended up getting everybody else out. They gave me the MVP for that game, but I didn't think I did that good.
It was called, you were untouched. So if you get the MVP, it's because you came in as the pitcher and you left untouched.
Well, they came in as a bombarding team. We were going to rattle the dome on us because we were playing in the Metrodome, and I knew the whole line. I'd played.
You were an American League pitcher?
Harold Baines was in right field. Cart Fisk was catching. I mean, I threw bad practice guys for 4 or 5 years. I know every one of their tendencies, but what you look for as a pitcher is where a guy's standing in the box, whether he's susceptible for a breaking ball or whether he is just a fastball hitter. But you just throw what they're not looking for, basically, is the philosophy I went through with my whole career. It worked out pretty good.
Being a really successful pitcher during that time period, you know pitching because you're successful at it. Who else? Give me 1 or 2 other guys that you were like, Billy, this guy's on the money. This guy was really, during my time, another great pitcher.
I'd have to put the tablet on Jack Morris.
Really?
Now, Jack pitched with Detroit at the time when I came up with the White Sox, and we did not like each other as a team. And he was the #1 pitcher on the White Sox, or excuse me, the Tiger staff. I was just a little reliever at first. I ended up getting involved with games he was in, ended up beating him a couple of times, and then as I progressed and got to be the #1 starter on the staff. Once you become the #1 starter on the staff, you're going to catch the #1 starter on every other staff.
Sure.
So I started hooking up with Jack. I don't think Jack's ever beat me. You can look at my record
Really?
if you like,
That'll be fun.
but I don't think he's ever beat me.
The transition.
He threw a no-hitter in '84 against us on opening day, but I wasn't pitching that game.
It's 2012. You got teams like the Washington Nationals, not a big payroll, doing well. The Oakland A's, not a big payroll. I had asked the same question, obvious to a local guy, Bill Landrum. Who do you like? You know, this is a new generation. There's 30 different teams. Is there a pitcher or two that you're like, you know what, this young kid? Because you know pitching. Now I do years later. Who do you like now?
Justin Verlander.
Oh yeah, man, does he bring heat?
When you can throw 100 miles an hour, and you can throw that breaking ball the way he can throw it, and you can set hitters up the way he can set it up, and he does it the right way. He could pitch in any generation from 1900 forward, and that's what shows you the ability of these guys. I mean, I feel like I could have played in any division from 1900, any 10-year span, whatever, but it's just what you bring to the table. And when you can bring a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the table, and you can got pinpoint control with that thing, because I've seen him pitch a lot. And like I said, to me, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about that. It's just going to be a matter of how many Cy Young awards he wins, how many MVP awards he wins, and hopefully for Jim Leland, how many world championships they can win, because he was my third base coach. He was my travel buddy when we went on the road. I love Jim Leland just as much as I do my own father or brother. I mean, I wish him the best. It was, you know, a wonderful thing for me to experience when the Tigers played the Cardinals in the World Championship a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, I didn't know who I wanted to win. Whether it be the Tigers or the Cardinals, because Tony already had a World Championship or two with the Cardinals. So, you know, I know Humperdinck or Jim Leland had the World Championship with the Marlins, and then he later did. Didn't he do it with someone else?
I know he did it with the Marlins.
He did it with the Marlins, but he had a good reputation out there in Denver. And the funny thing about Jim was, when they hired him, he has this press conference, and I'm watching. And I'd talked to him. He said, "I ain't going back into baseball. I'll never get back into baseball. I have no part of it. I don't want to be a manager." This is after the Colorado Rockies thing, where he signed his outlandish contract and quit after a couple of years. But he just, you know, he was just one of those guys that, you know, he's going to get the most out of you. He's like Tony. He came up through the same school. They sit around and talk to the guys every day. And, you know, not only about how they're doing physically, but how they're doing personally. And to me, that's just a little icing on the cake that he cares about you. So
I hear the same three names, and you mentioned two of the three. I hear Leland, LaRosa, and Cox are so much more than a manager. You know, Cox keeps referred to, you guys, you know, that played under Cox, refer to him as a father figure. And now you refer to the same two, LaRosa and Leland, just as great guys.
Bobby Cox was the AAA manager for the Yankees when I was in that organization. I played for Bobby Cox in Venezuela.
All the way back then, was he, a player's manager, or did he move into it? You know,
he was kind of. I never played for him in AAA, but when I got to Yankees my last time, when it was between me and Ron Guidry in '77, who was going to get cut, and I got traded to the White Sox. But he was the first base coach. Totally different guy.
Was he?
Laid back, you know, he'd care less. Wasn't his win or loss. He was just coaching first base. But I can tell you some stories about Bobby, Dick Hauser, some shenanigans that went on. But, you know, we'll leave that behind the door.
Thank you very much. I had a great interview with Chad doing the directing, editing, and producing. LaMarr Hoyt, too much fun.
Thanks, sir. My pleasure, always.
We hope to see you up north with Landrum next year.
Okay.
You're invited.
I'll come with him.
Yeah, come early, stay late.
All right.
We don't care.
All right.
We'll roll
Be
out the
fine
red
with me.
carpet. Hopefully our food is okay.
I'm sure it will be.